The United States is home to the world's longest land border. Stretching over 8,850 kilometers, it shares this peaceful boundary with Canada, creating a vast stretch of untouched wilderness and calm nature. From quiet beaches kissed by gentle waves to serene mountains wrapped in soft morning mist, the USA hides countless spots where time seems to slow down. Many of these places have been natural refuges for centuries, where people have come to rest, reflect, and reconnect with nature's calm. This country ranks among the world's most diverse for landscapes that soothe the soul and refresh the mind. A land of wide open spaces, gentle rivers, and small towns that feel like a warm embrace. Where every sunrise brings new colors, every breeze carries a story, and peace is found in the simplest moments. So, how do these relaxing vacation spots work their magic? What makes them the perfect escape from life's busy pace? Stay with me as we uncover some of the best places in the USA to relax, recharge, and find your own quiet corner of paradise. Stories and sights that few have truly shared before. Unalaska is a volcanic island in Alaska's Fox Islands group, part of the Aleutian Islands. The island covers about 1,051 square miles, stretching nearly 80 miles long and 35 miles wide. Part of the island includes the city of Unalaska and nearby Amaknak Island, where the busy Dutch harbor port is located. Unalaska is the second largest island in both the Fox Islands and the Aleutian chain. Its coastline looks very different from other Aleutian islands, with many narrow bays and peninsulas. Three long deep bays, Beaver Inlet, Unalaska Bay, and Makushan Bay, cut into the island's jagged shore. The island's land is rugged and mountainous, with snow covering the higher peaks most of the year. The tallest point is Makushin Volcano, which is still active today. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. What is the largest state in the U.S. by area? Comment your guess. Imagine a rainforest so vast, it spans an area larger than 10 U.S. states combined. Glacier National Forest, Alaska's crown jewel, stretches across 16.7 million acres of untouched temperate rainforest. This ancient wilderness shelters towering Sitka spruce, western red cedar, and western hemlock, forming Earth's largest remaining temperate forest. Here, bald eagles soar over salmon-filled rivers, while black and brown bears roam beneath dense canopies. Scattered islands, rugged fjords, and glacial peaks create a dramatic backdrop for adventurers and nature lovers alike. The forest is home to rare species like the elusive Haida ermine, found nowhere else in the U.S., but here and in Canada's Haida Gwaii. Southeast Alaska's Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian peoples have thrived in this land for thousands of years, blending culture with the wild. While logging once dominated the economy, tourism and conservation efforts now protect the forest's delicate ecosystems. Visiting Tongass means stepping into a living world of pristine rivers, ancient trees, and unforgettable wildlife encounters. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Maui is the second biggest island in Hawaii, known as the Valley Isle because it connects two big volcanoes. About 168,000 people live here, with Kahului as the island's main town for shopping and business. Maui has two huge volcanoes, Haleakala, which is over 10,000 feet tall, and the West Maui Mountains. Visitors love exploring Glacier National Park and the beautiful beaches all around the island. The island was formed by lava flows from these volcanoes thousands of years ago. Maui's weather is warm and tropical all year, with trade winds that keep it nice and breezy. Tourism is huge here, with nearly 3 million people visiting every year to enjoy resorts, hiking, and stunning views. Maui's mix of nature, culture, and adventure makes it a must-see spot in Hawaii. The Florida Keys are a chain of small islands stretching off the southern tip of Florida. These islands begin just south of Miami and curve all the way to Key West, the very end of the continental U.S. The Keys sit between the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, creating a unique and beautiful place. Long ago, the islands were home to Native American tribes, and later named by Spanish explorers who thought the islands looked like the martyrs. Key West once grew rich from shipwrecks and trade, but its life changed with the building of the overseas railway in the early 1900s. In 1935, a terrible hurricane destroyed much of the railway, leading to the creation of the Overseas Highway, a famous road that connects all the islands today. Along this highway, you can see the stunning 7-mile bridge, one of the longest bridges in the world. The Keys have a rich mix of cultures, including many Cuban immigrants who came seeking a new life. This beautiful place is not just about history. It's full of amazing coral reefs, tropical plants, and wildlife you won't find anywhere else in the U.S. Around 12,000 years ago, a wall of ice melted and unleashed a flood so powerful, it carved out one of the most majestic waterfalls on Earth. That raw force became Niagara Falls, a place that looks like a painting, but sounds like thunder. Tucked between the state of New York and the province of Ontario, this natural border links two nations through a single roaring heartbeat. Its water comes from 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, making this one of the largest freshwater systems on the planet. As it rushes toward the edge, over 3,000 tons of water tumble every second, dropping from cliffs as high as an 18-story building. The falls are split in two by a narrow island called Goat Island. On one side, the American Falls. On the other, the mighty Horseshoe Falls. Horseshoe Falls alone carries about 90% of the river's flow, its curved crest stretching more than 2,000 feet wide. Layer by layer, dolomite, limestone, and shale have shaped how the water falls and how far it's moved upstream, carving the land back inch by inch. Even with modern controls to slow erosion, the falls continue to retreat, a slow but powerful reminder that nature is always at work. Cape Cod was named in 1602 by English explorer Bartholomew Gosnold after the codfish he found in its waters. The peninsula stretches into the Atlantic Ocean and is made up of 15 towns, many of which include small villages with deep maritime roots. A 7-mile canal cuts through its base, separating it from the mainland and forming a true island feel, even though 2 major bridges keep it connected. The land here was shaped by glaciers, leaving behind sandy beaches, rolling hills, and a unique curved coastline. Cape Cod has the oldest average population in New England, with nearly a third of its residents over 65 years old. Glimpses of early trading life remain in the preserved harbors, weathered cottages, and fishing boats that still dock along the shore. The region holds onto a mix of quiet tradition and coastal beauty that feels both distant and familiar. Antelope Island is the biggest island in the Great Salt Lake. It's about 40 miles big and full of nature. A long time ago, some explorers rode over the salty ground and saw lots of antelope. That's how the island got its name. Today, it's a state park where wild animals like bison, sheep, and birds live happily. The bison were brought here more than 100 years ago, and now they roam the grassy fields all over the island. The island has tall, rocky mountains with some of the oldest rocks you can find in the country, even older than the Grand Canyon. At first, people used the island for farming, but now it's a protected park where nature is safe and free. You can drive onto the island by a long road that connects it to the land. It's easy to visit for hiking or watching animals. Almost 300,000 people come here every year to enjoy the peaceful views and see the wildlife. Is Antelope Island on your travel list now? Leave a 1 if you've been there, or a 2 if it just jumped to the top of your must-see spots. Newport Beach wasn't always a place for yachts and surfboards. In fact, it started as a giant cattle ranch. Back in the 1830s, it was called Bolsa de San Joaquin, and the owner had over 14,000 cows and 3,000 horses, but not a single boat. That all began to change in the 1870s when ships started arriving and the town got its new name, Newport. By 1902, it became Newport Beach, and little by little, tourists and celebrities started to take notice. Shirley Temple was crowned the first Miss Newport Beach at just 13, and legend says James Cagney won an island here in a poker game. Even John Wayne fell in love with the place and made it his permanent home in the 1960s. Today, the harbor, made up of 2 peaceful bays, is still the heart of the city, filled with sailboats, kayaks, and ocean breezes. And with more than 8 miles of golden coastline, Newport Beach is also famous for its strong surf culture. From wild cowboy land to Hollywood hideaway, this beach town has become a timeless California treasure. Lake of the Ozarks lies deep in the scenic Ozark Mountains, about 42 miles southwest of Jefferson City, Missouri. This is no ordinary lake. It is one of the largest man-made lakes in the United States. Built between 1929 and 1931, Bagnell Dam holds back the Osage River, creating a vast reservoir to generate hydroelectric power for the St. Louis area. The lake stretches nearly 90 miles long and covers 93 square miles of water, with more than 1,100 miles of winding shoreline. Visitors come here not only for the stunning views, but also for fishing, boating, and all kinds of water sports. Near the lake, several limestone caverns offer a glimpse into the ancient geological history of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks State Park protects much of the Grand Glaze Arm, featuring 90 miles of shoreline full of natural beauty. To the south, Hahatonka State Park rests along the Niangua Arm with its own unique trails and historic ruins. Lake Tahoe, sitting over 6,200 feet above sea level, is the largest alpine lake in North America. It's also one of the deepest lakes in the U.S., reaching nearly 1,650 feet deep, deeper than most skyscrapers are tall. This clear blue lake was shaped by ancient glaciers and volcanoes, giving it stunning views and crystal clear water. Surrounded by snowy peaks and vast forests, more than 75% of the land around Tahoe is protected national forest. Visitors come year-round to ski on famous slopes in winter or hike and boat during warm summers. The lake's shoreline stretches over 70 miles, with charming towns like South Lake Tahoe and Tahoe City welcoming travelers. Lake Tahoe is a place where nature's beauty meets adventure, making it unforgettable for every visitor. We pull info from many sources. If you notice anything off or have something to add, let us know in the comments. When the sun hits Sedona's red rocks just right, the cliffs seem to glow with an otherworldly light. Surrounded by national forest and carved by time, this desert town hums with both natural grandeur and mystical energy. Towering sandstone formations like Cathedral Rock and Bell Rock serve as dramatic backdrops for hikers, dreamers, and spiritual seekers alike. Many visitors come for the vortexes, swirling centers of energy said to inspire healing and clarity. Built into a cliff, the Chapel of the Holy Cross stands as a modern marvel framed by ancient stone. Hollywood once turned Sedona into the Wild West on film, but the real drama has always belonged to the land. From boutique galleries to stargazing under crystal skies, every corner offers a chance to slow down and look inward. The town may be small, but its aura is larger than life, drawing nearly 3 million travelers a year. Sedona doesn't just change your itinerary, it shifts your perspective. Hatcher Pass sits high in Alaska's Talkeetna Mountains, reaching nearly 4,000 feet above sea level. This mountain pass is named after Robert Hatcher, a prospector who helped bring miners to this rugged land over a century ago. You reach the pass by driving a winding 40-mile road from the park's highway, but part of the road is closed in winter because of heavy snow. Hatcher Pass was once a busy gold mining area, and today you can visit Independence Mine State Historic Park to explore old mine buildings and even take underground tours. The area around the pass is perfect for outdoor fun, like hiking, mountain biking, camping, and whitewater kayaking in summer. In winter, the pass transforms into a top skiing spot, with backcountry skiing and groomed trails that often get the first snow of the season. Skiers, snowmobilers, and snow machiners enjoy the area, but some parts are kept quiet for peaceful skiing only. The land here is wild and beautiful, with glaciers, steep mountains, and forests that give home to moose, bears, and many birds. Did you know Cannon Beach is named after a cannon that washed ashore from a shipwreck in 1846? Its iconic feature, Haystack Rock, rises 235 feet above the shore and serves as a protected sanctuary for nesting seabirds. The indigenous Tillamook people once called this region home, shaping its cultural heritage. During the famous Lewis and Clark expedition, William Clark described the landscape as one of the most magnificent he had ever seen. Every year, the town hosts a sandcastle building competition that attracts artists and families alike. Cannon Beach stretches along the Pacific with pristine sandy shores and tide pools, teeming with marine life. The charming downtown area features quaint shops and cozy cafes perfect for relaxation. This beach town blends natural beauty with fascinating history, making it an ideal retreat for those seeking peace by the ocean. Nestled between two major cities, this peaceful coastal town has been a creative sanctuary for over a century. Laguna Beach's story begins long before Hollywood glamour, as ancient Native American tribes called this land home. The area is rich with artifacts, including one of California's oldest Paleo-Indian skulls, dating back nearly 12,000 years. In the early 1900s, the stunning landscape drew painters who captured its unique light and rugged coastline, forming one of California's earliest art colonies. With limited roads protecting its charm, the town avoided the typical urban sprawl that changed nearby areas. During the silent film era, filmmakers flocked here for its picturesque beaches, adding a layer of Hollywood history. A devastating wildfire in 1993 tested the town's resilience, but recovery efforts focused on preserving both nature and homes. Laguna Beach continues to balance its artistic soul with environmental care, making it a timeless haven for visitors seeking peace and culture. Nantucket started as a small farming community, but became one of the world's most famous whaling centers by the 1700s. Whale oil from Nantucket lit lamps in homes and cities across America and Europe, powering life before electricity. Native Wampanoag people were skilled sailors and made up many of the crews on whaling ships, helping this industry grow. A huge fire in 1846 destroyed much of the town, changing the island's future forever. Over time, the harbor filled with sand, making it hard for big ships to dock, so trade moved to the mainland. The island became a National Historic Landmark in 1966, praised for its well-preserved 18th and 19th century charm. Visitors come to feel the peaceful beauty and hear the stories of whales, sailors, and native people who made Nantucket special. Did you know Martha's Vineyard is one of the oldest English place names still in use in the U.S., dating back over 400 years? Before European settlers arrived, Native Americans called this island Noepe, a name tied deeply to the ocean and land. Spanning nearly 100 square miles, it ranks as one of the largest islands along America's east coast. Originally a quiet fishing and farming community, it gradually transformed into a beloved summer retreat for artists, writers, and even presidents. The island's historic villages and century-old homes still tell stories of those early days. A striking gap exists here between full-time residents and wealthy seasonal visitors, creating a unique social fabric. Martha's Vineyard is also special for keeping its possessive apostrophe, a rare case officially recognized after much debate. Maritime tales, native heritage, and colonial history still linger in the salty air. Visiting here feels like stepping back into America's rich past, preserved through the island's calm beauty. Picture a long, sandy stretch hugged by gentle waves, where families gather for beach days filled with laughter and sunshine. Just a short drive from historic Charleston, this island offers a perfect blend of natural charm and lively local culture. Its wide beaches invite kids to build sandcastles while adults enjoy swimming or kayaking in calm waters. Sports like beach volleyball thrive here, bringing together neighbors and visitors alike in friendly competition. The town balances peaceful living with excellent resorts and cozy eateries serving fresh seafood. Honolulu means sheltered harbor, and it truly lives up to that name, with its calm tropical waters and inviting coastline. As Hawaii's capital, this city is a vibrant mix of Pacific, Asian, and Western cultures, reflected in its festivals, food, and daily life. Ancient Hawaiian traditions still thrive here, from graceful hula dances to island music that fills the air. Honolulu's deep history includes its role as the royal capital and a pivotal site during World War II. The surrounding landscape is a playground of natural beauty, from volcanic peaks to coral reefs teeming with life. Urban energy blends with laid-back island living, offering visitors both excitement and relaxation. Hidden within a volcanic crater, Hanauma Bay invites you to explore one of Hawaii's most stunning underwater worlds. This crescent-shaped bay formed 32,000 years ago after explosive eruptions sculpted its iconic tuff ring. Today, Hanauma Bay is a protected marine preserve, home to over 400 species of vibrant fish and graceful green sea turtles known as honu. Visitors must watch a conservation video before entering, ensuring respect for the fragile coral reefs beneath the crystal clear waters. Once threatened by over-tourism, the bay now limits daily visitors and closes certain days to help reefs recover from human impact. The Big Island is the youngest and largest of Hawaii's islands, formed by volcanic activity over millions of years. It hosts Mauna Loa, the world's largest volcano by volume, dominating the skyline with its vast presence. On the opposite side, Mauna Kea rises so high that its summit is above the clouds, attracting astronomers worldwide. This island's landscapes change dramatically from arid lava fields to lush rainforests drenched in mist. Black sand beaches here are rare volcanic treasures where endangered sea turtles often come to nest. The Big Island also holds deep cultural significance as the birthplace of King Kamehameha I, who unified the Hawaiian Islands. Its powerful natural forces and royal heritage make it a living classroom of geology and history. Visiting this island offers an unforgettable mix of raw nature and ancient stories that still pulse through its land. Newport stands at the meeting point of the Pacific Ocean and Yakina Bay, where tides and wind define the pace of life. Oysters drew the first wave of settlers in the 1860s, turning the bay into a valuable trade route for seafood, bound for San Francisco. A few years later, resorts began rising along the shore, transforming the village into one of Oregon's earliest coastal retreats. Fishing expanded quickly, and the harbor grew into the base for the state's most active commercial fleet. Electricity and refrigeration arrived in the early 1900s, allowing seafood businesses to scale up and ship further. Logging operations followed, including a spruce mill built for military aircraft production during World War I. Three core districts, Bayfront, Beachside, and the Highway Corridor, develop distinct personalities tied to work, leisure, and movement. Landmarks like arched bridges and historic lighthouses helped connect these areas while anchoring the town's image. The Outer Banks are a 200-mile chain of barrier islands protecting inland sounds from the Atlantic Ocean. These islands separate Currituck, Albemarle, and Pamlico Sounds from the open sea. The area is known for the disappearance of the 1587 Roanoke colony, America's first English settlement mystery. Hundreds of shipwrecks off the coast earned the region the nickname Graveyard of the Atlantic. The Wright brothers achieved the world's first powered controlled flight here in 1903 at Kill Devil Hills. Sea level rise has caused some beaches to erode drastically, with parts of Hatteras Island reduced to 25% of their original width. Tropical storms like Hurricane Irene in 2011 have destroyed much infrastructure on the islands. Despite environmental threats, the Outer Banks maintain important habitats for native beach grasses and shrublands. Visitors can explore tranquil beaches alongside historic lighthouses and fishing villages throughout the islands. Have you ever longed to escape the busy rush of life and find a place where only the ocean, mountains, and towering redwoods whisper their secrets? Big Sur is that place, a natural paradise still untouched by heavy human hands, where your soul can be renewed. Stretching about 90 miles along California's central coast, Big Sur offers some of the most breathtaking and rugged scenery in the United States. Here, the Santa Lucia Mountains rise suddenly from the Pacific Ocean, creating cliffs that plunge dramatically into the sea below. Winding along this wild coastline is Highway 1, a narrow road carved into the face of towering cliffs, offering unforgettable views at every turn. The region is protected by strict local laws, keeping it wild and open, with only a few small communities and little development allowed. More than half of the land here belongs to national forests and wilderness areas, preserving the quiet beauty of ancient redwood forests and pristine beaches. Despite being a top destination with millions of visitors each year, Big Sur remains a place of solitude and natural wonder. Miami is a vibrant city where cultures from all over the world blend together beautifully. It's one of Florida's largest cities, known for its impressive skyline filled with hundreds of tall buildings. The city has a strong connection to Latin America, which you can see in its music, food, and lively festivals. Its downtown area is a busy center for banks and businesses that help drive the local economy. Nearby, some of the nation's top hospitals provide world-class medical care and research. Every year, millions of visitors arrive through the city's busy cruise port, making it one of the most popular travel spots in the U.S. People love Miami for its warm beaches, exciting art, and activities that offer something for everyone. The city's large Hispanic and Latino community adds a welcoming feeling that makes visitors feel at home. From exploring the energetic city streets to relaxing by the ocean, Miami offers a unique and unforgettable experience. Waikik means spouting fresh water, referring to the springs and streams that once nourished its marshy landscape. In the 19th century, Hawaiian royalty frequented the area, using it as a seaside retreat and surfing its waves on koa wood boards. The Ala-Wai Canal, completed in 1928, was engineered to drain the wetlands and allow for large-scale construction across the district. By the 1950s, high-rise resorts began crowding the shoreline, with iconic properties like the Royal Hawaiian and Hilton Hawaiian Village drawing national attention. Erosion became a major concern as seawalls and groins disrupted the natural movement of sand, fragmenting once continuous beaches. More than 80 shoreline structures, piers, storm drains, and groins altered the coastal flow, leading to frequent sand loss and beach narrowing. To maintain the beach, engineers imported sand from Southern California and, later, from nearshore shoals, expanding popular sections like Kuhio Beach. Waikik remains heavily managed through beach replenishment and infrastructure upgrades, maintaining both recreational access and economic viability. Tucked away on the windward side of Oahu, in a small community called Kauai, this stretch of sand feels like a hidden slice of paradise. Though many think Lanikai means heavenly sea, it's actually a made-up name from the 1920s, created by a local developer. Still, one look at the soft white sand and clear turquoise water, and it's easy to see why people keep calling it that. Lanikai is just half a mile long, but it's often ranked among the best beaches in the world. It has no lifeguards, no restrooms, not even a parking lot. But maybe that's what keeps it feeling special and peaceful. On weekdays, it's quiet, but weekends and holidays bring big crowds, especially with those famous twin islands, Na Mokulua, off in the distance. You'll see kayakers paddling out, photographers snapping pictures, and snorkelers drifting through crystal clear waters filled with life. And if you wake up early, the sunrise between the two islands or a moonrise over the sea might just be the most magical thing you've ever seen. Sun Valley, located in Blaine County, Idaho, is world-renowned for its adjacent ski town, Ketchum. The resort features two main ski areas: Bald Mountain, favored by intermediate and expert skiers, and Dollar Mountain, perfect for beginners. Founded by W. Averill Harriman of Union Pacific Railroad, Sun Valley officially opened in December 1936. One of its most remarkable innovations was the installation of the world's first chairlift in autumn 1936, revolutionizing ski transport. During World War II, the resort temporarily served as a naval convalescent hospital for the U.S. Navy. After the war, Jantz Investment Company purchased Sun Valley in 1964, significantly expanding its ski terrain. In 1977, Earl Holding acquired the resort and invested heavily in infrastructure, including snowmaking systems and high-speed chairlifts. Over the years, the resort has developed with modern amenities, remaining a favored destination for celebrities and ski enthusiasts alike. Imagine a peaceful town nestled at the foot of Vermont's highest mountain, where fresh mountain air fills your lungs and nature's beauty surrounds you everywhere. This is Stowe, a place known for its breathtaking landscapes, where lush green forests paint the hills in summer and vibrant foliage lights up the fall. Long before visitors came for the skiing, Stowe was home to the Abenaki people and then settlers who turned the land into farms and forests. Rolling hills once filled with thousands of grazing sheep now stand covered with tall trees, making the scenery even more magical. By the mid-1800s, travelers were drawn here by the stunning mountain views and peaceful vibe. Now, this special town welcomes those who seek quiet trails or thrilling slopes, where history, nature, and adventure come together beautifully. Just a short drive from the heart of Los Angeles, there's a beach where the stress of the city seems to disappear. Here, the sunshine lasts most of the year, and every day feels like a gentle breath of fresh air. The beach stretches for miles, lined with golden sand, palm trees, and space to simply relax or play. You'll see people riding bikes, walking hand in hand, or sitting quietly and watching the waves roll in. The air is clean, the breeze is warm, and the wide open sky feels endless. Families gather for picnics, kids laugh in the water, and surfers glide across the ocean like they were born to do it. There's a deep calm here. Even when it's busy, it feels peaceful. It's a place to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to let go of the rush of everyday life. And in just a few years, the world will be watching this very spot as it becomes part of the next Summer Olympics. Aspen sits in a valley surrounded by the Rocky Mountains, covering just about 10 square kilometers. Long ago, this small mountain town became famous for its world-class ski resorts, especially Aspen Snowmass, where people from beginners to pros come to enjoy the snow. The golden aspen trees that give the town its name light up the mountains in fall, creating one of the most stunning autumn views in the country. Visitors love wandering the town streets filled with high-end shops, art galleries, and cozy restaurants, making it a perfect mix of nature and culture. Aspen is known for being a luxury destination, but travelers can save money by staying in nearby towns like Carbondale or Basalt, which are just a short drive away. The rugged terrain means good hiking boots are a must, especially for trails that climb steep paths or cross rocky ground. Skiers enjoy the winter slopes, and outdoor lovers find endless adventures in the warmer months. Aspen's beauty never fades. Montpelier is a small city nestled near the center of Vermont, along the peaceful Winooski River. Founded in 1781 and named after a city in France, it quickly became the state's capital by 1805. Even after a great fire in 1857 nearly destroyed the State House, Montpelier stood strong and rebuilt its famous Vermont granite capital by 1859. Inside this building, a marble statue honors Ethan Allen, a brave hero from the American Revolution. The city sits at a key mountain pass through the Green Mountains, surrounded by beautiful forests and hills. Montpellier's economy thrives on insurance businesses and visitors who come to enjoy the outdoors and nearby ski resorts. Montpellier offers a quiet charm that feels like stepping back into small-town America. It's a perfect place to explore history, enjoy nature, and experience the heart of Vermont life. Glacier National Park boasts some of the most distinctive geological formations along the U.S. East Coast. Cadillac Mountain, the tallest peak on the Atlantic coastline, at 1,530 feet, is the first place in the country to see the sunrise from October to March. The park's U-shaped valleys and massive granite domes are remnants of ancient glacial activity that shaped the landscape thousands of years ago. Exposed granite boulders scattered across the park reveal a geological history dating back hundreds of millions of years. Rocky shorelines and cobble beaches showcase the ongoing natural erosion processes by the Atlantic Ocean. Surrounding islands and peninsulas add to the park's ecological diversity and scenic variety. Together, these features create an unparalleled natural mosaic, unique to the northeastern United States. Camden, a picturesque town on Maine's coast, is famous for its rich history, vibrant summer community, and scenic beauty. Originally inhabited by the Penobscot Nation, who called it Magunticook, meaning Great Swells of the Sea, the area saw European settlement in the early 1770s. Incorporated in 1791 and named after Charles Pratt, Camden grew rapidly with mills, shipyards, and manufacturing by the 19th century. After a major fire in 1892, the town rebuilt its business district with brick structures, attracting wealthy summer residents who built grand cottages along the shore. Camden became known for its cultural life, including music festivals, theaters, and the Camden Yacht Club. Its stunning landscapes and historic charm have made it a popular filming location for numerous movies. The town blends maritime heritage with a lively tourist economy, drawing visitors year-round. From its Native American roots to its role as a summer retreat, Camden remains a unique and cherished town in Maine. Fisher Meadows is a hidden treasure, an ideal place for outdoor adventures and a true haven for nature enthusiasts. Covering over 230 acres of breathtaking natural beauty, including wetlands, forests, and open meadows, Fisher Meadows stretches along the scenic Farmington River. It's a favorite spot for boating, hiking, fishing, and birdwatching, drawing visitors of all ages. The park offers visitors a wonderful opportunity to immerse themselves in nature while enjoying a variety of outdoor activities. Despite its popularity, Fisher Meadows remains a peaceful retreat, a perfect escape from the busy pace of city life. As an important wildlife sanctuary, it provides a safe home for many species, including birds, turtles, and beavers. Fisher Meadows is truly a one-of-a-kind park, offering an unforgettable chance to connect deeply with the natural world. Some places don't need big cities or loud crowds to feel special. Just mountains, fresh air, and the sound of water. Dixville Notch State Park brings all of that, with rocky cliffs, quiet forests, and streams that sparkle in the sun. It covers 127 acres of pure nature, where every step feels like you're walking deeper into a painting. In the middle, there's a narrow gorge carved between two steep mountains, a path shaped by time. This mountain pass doesn't just split the land, It also divides the waters of two mighty rivers. Climb the trails, and you'll find views that make you stop and just breathe it all in. Back in 1866, a traveler named George Parsons thought this place was so beautiful, he built a guest house here. Years later, it became home to the Balsams, a grand hotel that brought the charm of the Notch to even more people. Puget Sound is a complex system of connected waterways on Washington's northwest coast. It runs about 100 miles from Deception Pass in the north to Olympia in the south. The sound is very deep in many places, up to 930 feet near Jefferson Point, between Indianola and Kingston. Puget Sound is part of the Salish Sea, which connects to the Pacific Ocean through the Strait of Juan de Fuca. This water system is divided into four main deep basins: Hood Canal, Whidbey Basin, South Sound, and the Main Basin. The coastline here is unique with many inlets, peninsulas, and bays, including Beaver Inlet and Macushan Bay. Long ago, giant ice sheets called glaciers covered the area, some over 3,000 feet thick near Seattle. When these glaciers melted about 14,000 years ago, they carved out the basins and left behind many hills called drumlins. These glaciers also created lakes like Lake Washington and shaped the whole landscape, making Puget Sound one of the most interesting natural spots in the United States. Mount Baker rises high in Washington state, standing over 10,700 feet tall, covered in bright white glaciers that glow in the sunlight. This mountain is very special. It's one of the most active volcanoes in the region, with a crater that's still warm beneath the ice. In fact, it's one of the snowiest places on Earth. Back in 1999, the nearby ski area set a world record with nearly 95 feet of snow in just one winter. For thousands of years, Native American tribes have known Mount Baker by different names. The Nooksack people call it Quex Monet, which means White Mountain. To them, the mountain wasn't just a place. It was part of their stories, their life, and their culture. Spanish explorers called it Great Mount Carmel because the snowy peak reminded them of monks' white robes. Later, a British explorer named Joseph Baker saw it, and the mountain took his name. You can see Mount Baker from many cities nearby, like Seattle and Vancouver. Pagosa Springs is famous for its hot springs, which are among the deepest geothermal waters in the world, reaching temperatures up to 144 degrees Fahrenheit. Native American tribes such as the Ute and Navajo consider these springs sacred, featuring prominently in their creation stories. In the early 1900s, Dr. Mary Winter Fisher founded a healing resort that used the mineral waters to treat patients, sparking the town's wellness reputation. A major flood in 1911 reshaped the town's infrastructure, but did not stop its growth. The combination of natural hot springs, rich history, and stunning scenery makes Pagosa Springs a peaceful escape in the Rocky Mountains. Hidden among the towering peaks of Washington's Cascade Mountains lies a sparkling treasure, Caches Lake. This lake isn't just a beautiful spot. It plays a big role in the region's water and farming life. Split into two parts, Caches Lake and its smaller neighbor, Little Caches Lake, sit side by side, fed by the flowing Caches River. The river enters from the north and leaves from the south, keeping the lake alive and full. Caches Lake is one of 3 large lakes near Interstate 90, with Cle Elum Lake to the east and Keechless Lake to the west. Though it began as a natural lake, a dam built over a century ago now controls its water for nearby farms and communities. This dam, 115 feet tall, helps store water during the wet seasons, so it's ready when the land needs it most. The name Caches means more fish in the Native American language, a reminder of the lake's rich life beneath its surface. Just a short drive east of Seattle, Lake Sammamish stretches for 7 miles like a peaceful ribbon of fresh water. This lake sits between the Sammamish Plateau and Lake Washington, connecting towns like Issaquah and Redmond. The lake's big watershed collects water from many creeks, with Issaquah Creek being the largest feeder. As the area grew fast in recent years, cities around the lake expanded quickly, changing the land and lifestyle. Lake Sammamish has become a popular spot for boating, fishing, and water sports, where nature and community live side by side. Mokolī is a small island located about 1/3 of a mile off the coast of Oahu, Hawaii. It's also called Chinaman's Hat because its shape looks like a traditional Asian conical hat. The Hawaiian name Mokolī means little lizard. This comes from an old legend where a giant lizard's tail broke off and formed the island. Mokolī used to be part of a larger ridge on Oahu, but over time, waves and erosion separated it from the main island. The island is part of Kualoa Regional Park and covers about 12.5 acres. You can get there by kayak, boat, or even swim if the tide is low. Once you reach Mokolī, there's a 20-minute hike to the top where you get amazing views of Kainohi Bay and the nearby coast. Macaulay is home to the wedge-tailed shearwater, a type of seabird that nests only on this island. The island has many plants, but most are non-native species. Because Macaulay is owned by the city and county of Honolulu, it's open to visitors from sunrise to sunset, with rules to protect the natural environment. San Diego is a sunny city on California's Pacific coast, right next to the border with Mexico. It is famous for its warm weather, beautiful beaches, and big parks. But San Diego's story goes back much farther than visitors realize. Long ago, the Kumeyaay people lived here and called this land Kauai, meaning drying out place. In 1542, a Spanish explorer named Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo arrived and claimed the area for Spain. About 200 years later, the first European settlement was built with Mission San Diego de Alcalá and a fort called the Presidio. The city got its name from St. Didacus of Alcalá, given by another explorer in 1602. San Diego became part of Mexico in 1821 and then joined the United States in 1850. Today, it is known for its Navy history, science centers, and beautiful mix of old and new by the ocean. The Kenai River is the longest river on Alaska's Kenai Peninsula, flowing 82 miles from the mountains to the Pacific Ocean. It begins at Kenai Lake, winding through beautiful forests and rushing rapids before reaching calmer waters near the ocean. This river is famous for its exciting whitewater in the Kenai Canyon and peaceful stretches near the towns of Kenai and Soldotna. The Kenai River is one of the best places in Alaska to catch big king salmon, some weighing up to 85 pounds. Each year, different kinds of salmon swim up the river in runs, including king, coho sockeye, and pink salmon. The king salmon here are especially huge, and in 1985, the world record king salmon was caught in the Kauai River. Besides fish, the area around the river is full of wild animals like moose, bears, and many kinds of birds. The river changes as it flows, fast and wild at the start, then calm and gentle near the ocean where the tides affect the water. Did you know the very first beach town in America isn't in Florida or California, but at the tip of New Jersey? Cape May has been welcoming travelers for over 250 years, offering sea breezes, quiet charm, and a step back in time. Long before highways and hotels, visitors came by boat and carriage just to feel the salt air and hear the waves. Each summer, this peaceful little town fills with tens of thousands of vacationers chasing simple joys. But it's not just the beach that draws people in. The streets are lined with bright Victorian homes, like something out of a storybook. Fires in the 1800s destroyed much of the town, but what was rebuilt became even more beautiful. Even its name goes way back, to a Dutch sea captain who mapped these shores over 400 years ago. Cape May remains a living postcard from another time, a place where memories are made and never forgotten. There's a place where desert cliffs meet deep blue water, and it all begins at Wawweep Bay. Tucked near the Glen Canyon Dam, this is the very first bay of Lake Powell and one of its most popular. The name Wawweep comes from the Paiute people, meaning bitter water, but what you'll find here is anything but. With roads that bring you right to the shoreline, it's one of the easiest places to reach and one of the busiest. You can walk, swim, or simply sit by the lake and watch the light dance on the water. For big families and groups, this bay is a favorite, close enough to town for supplies, but still full of wild beauty. Waweep may be the most visited part of Lake Powell, but each visit feels like the beginning of a new adventure. More than 400 years ago, the land that is now Los Angeles was once a small village inhabited by the Tongva people, surrounded by mountains and the sea. This peaceful community lived in harmony with nature, thriving off the rich resources of the land and ocean. Fast forward to 1542, when Spanish explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo claimed this beautiful region for Spain, marking the beginning of a new chapter. Nearly 240 years later, in 1781, Los Angeles was officially founded as a Spanish pueblo on the site of the Tongva village called Yanga. The city's roots are deeply tied to its indigenous and colonial past, blending cultures that still influence the city today. As the years passed, Los Angeles grew slowly but steadily, eventually becoming part of Mexico after independence in 1821, and then joining the United States in 1848 after the Mexican-American War. What really transformed this city was the discovery of oil in the 1890s, which sparked a rapid boom, bringing fortune and people from all over the world. Stretching across 469 square miles today, LA is nestled between the Pacific Ocean and mountain ranges, creating stunning natural scenery that contrasts with its bustling urban life. Just over a century ago, a barren desert in the heart of Nevada transformed into one of the world's most famous cities. Welcome to Las Vegas, a dazzling jewel born from the Mojave Desert's harsh sands. Back in 1905, Las Vegas was little more than a stop along the Union Pacific Railroad, with just 110 acres of dusty land. But its natural springs made it a rare oasis in the dry desert, attracting early settlers and Native American tribes. In 1931, everything changed. Nevada legalized casino gambling, and Las Vegas quickly became a magnet for dreamers and risk-takers from all over the country. The city's population soared, especially during the construction of the nearby Hoover Dam, which brought thousands of workers and their families. Since then, Las Vegas has grown into a sprawling metropolitan area with over 2 million residents. Known worldwide for its entertainment, shopping, and fine dining, the city shines far beyond the desert landscape that first shaped it. Most people think Galveston Island is just a simple coastal spot in Texas. But the truth is, this island was once the busiest port city in Texas and the world's largest center for cotton trade. In the mid-1800s, ships from around the world docked here, bringing goods and immigrants to the growing city. Long before that, the Akokisa and Karankawa native peoples used the island for seasonal fishing and hunting. In the early 1800s, the pirate Jean Lafitte made Galveston his base, calling his settlement Campeche and using it for smuggling. After Texas joined the United States in 1845, Galveston quickly became the state's main port, even surpassing San Antonio in population. Then, on September 8, 1900, a massive hurricane hit the island, killing more than 6,000 people, still the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. Following the storm, a huge seawall was built, and the city was raised with sand and stilts to protect against future floods. This fierce determination and air helped Galveston rise from disaster and keep its place as a vital Gulf Coast city. Carmel by the Sea was once the site of the Mission San Carlos Borromeo, founded in the late 1700s as part of California's Spanish mission chain. After falling into disrepair, the town blossomed in the early 20th century as a haven for artists, writers, and musicians. This artistic heritage continues today with numerous galleries, theaters, and festivals. Architect Michael J. Murphy designed many of the town's distinctive cottages, blending seamlessly with the natural surroundings. Carmel hosts an annual Shakespeare Festival that dates back over a century, celebrating its deep cultural roots. The streets are lined with charming boutiques and intimate cafes, perfect for leisurely strolls. Many famous creatives, including Jack London, once called Carmel home, enriching its cultural fabric. The first European settler was William Ogle, who built a cabin with help from the Cherokee people in the early 1800s. After William died, his wife Martha Jane stayed and finished building the settlement, even though life was hard. The town was named after Radford Gatlin, a man who moved there in the 1800s, but had many problems with the locals and was asked to leave. During the Civil War, Gatlinburg was caught between people who supported the North and those who supported the South. In the late 1800s, the lumber business grew and brought many workers and visitors to Gatlinburg. In 1912, a school was built to help local kids learn and keep old crafts alive. When the Great Smoky Mountains National Park was created in 1934, many tourists started coming. and the town grew quickly. Even after big fires in 1992 and 2016, Gatlinburg is still known as a special place full of history and beautiful nature. As this journey through some of the best relaxing vacation spots in the USA comes to an end, it's clear that there's a perfect getaway for everyone. From tranquil beaches to peaceful mountain retreats, these places offer a chance to unwind and recharge. Each destination holds its own special charm, leaving a calm and lasting feeling long after the trip is over. Thank you for joining on this relaxing adventure. Hopefully, it sparked some ideas for a future escape. There's still so much more to explore, with countless peaceful spots waiting to be discovered. Thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.